Ah, yes, the meeting. That sacred block of time on your calendar that promises so much. Collaboration, progress, synergy, but usually just delivers a slow, soul-crushing crawl towards the end of the day. If you've ever sat in a meeting staring at the wall thinking, this could have been an email, well, you've come to the right place.
So let's be honest, right? Are your meetings leaving you and your team feeling more drained than a phone battery at 10 p.m.? Do you feel like you deserve a medal when a meeting host says, "I'll give you back 5 minutes"? Yeah, you're not alone. This is basically a global pandemic of unproductivity, and it's costing you way more than just your will to live.
Seriously, how much more? Well, get this. Estimates show that the average 1-hour meeting with just 2 senior leaders costs the company about $1,000. $1,000 for an hour of people kinda sorta nodding along while secretly checking their phones under the table. You could buy a lot of fancy coffee with that, or, actually get some work done.
I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? This isn't just about being annoyed. This is about effectiveness. This is about winning. So let's fix this mess. It's time to take back our calendars from the tyranny of the bad meeting.
Every bad meeting is its own little horror story. It's like watching a slow-motion car crash that everyone sees coming, but nobody hits the brakes. And the wild thing is, they all fail for pretty much the exact same reasons.
The thing is, none of this should be a surprise. We've all been there, right? The meeting with no point that just wanders off into the wilderness. The meeting that goes 20 minutes over for no good reason. The one where half the team has their cameras off and you just know they're folding laundry. But the absolute worst? The meeting that ends and nothing happens at all.
And just look at how bad it's gotten. A huge company like Shopify had to literally ban all meetings for a week just so their people could get stuff done. Think about that. The situation is so dire, they had to hit the emergency brake on the entire meeting culture.
Okay, so that's the problem. How do we actually fight back? Well, the secret isn't some expensive new app or a weird team-building exercise. No, the battle for a great meeting, it's won or lost before anyone even logs on.
This is it. Right here. This is the whole game. A great meeting is not an accident. It's a choice. It's the direct result of focused, deliberate preparation. It's about respecting everyone's time enough to do the work up front.
Which brings us to our first golden rule, a classic from speaker Cameron Herold: no agenda, no attenda. Simple, right? But it's so powerful. If the person who called the meeting couldn't be bothered to write down what it's for and what you're going to talk about, you shouldn't be bothered to show up. End of story.
And listen, an agenda isn't just a couple of bullet points typed out 2 minutes before. A real agenda sets the stage for success. It lays out the who, the why, and this is the most important part, the what you need to do beforehand, the homework. This is how you set everyone up to actually contribute, not just attend.
And before you even send that agenda, you have to ask yourself the most important question of all. Does this really need to be a meeting? Could this be an email, a Slack thread, maybe a quick Loom video you record in 2 minutes? A meeting should be for debating and deciding, not just for status updates. Apply the 80-20 rule here. Handle the little things asynchronously and save that precious face-to-face time for the 20% of big issues that drive 80% of the results.
Okay, so you did the prep work. Your agenda is a masterpiece. Now it's game time. The meeting is started. How do you keep this thing on the rails? You gotta have some rules. These are your ground rules for staying focused. Side conversations, little private chats in the DMs, they kill the energy. Someone has to be empowered to yell, "Tangent alert," when the conversation goes off-road. And devices? Oh man. Back in the day, we called it the BlackBerry prayer. Everyone's staring down at their laps, typing away. You have to set a rule. If the meeting matters, then be in the meeting. And to make it all work, everybody needs a clear job. You've got the chair, who's the facilitator. You've got the participants, and their job is to show up ready to go. But the most important, the most forgotten, the absolute hero role, the minute taker. This person isn't just typing notes, they're capturing commitments. They are creating the official record of who agreed to do what. Without them, it was all just talk. So many meetings get stuck right here, in decision-making quicksand. This 5-step process cuts right through that. The trick is to make sure you're solving the real problem, the root cause, not just slapping a Band-Aid on a symptom. Force yourself to come up with at least 3 options. And when you pick one, don't just move on. Assign who's doing it, what they need to get it done, and when you'll check back in to see if it worked. So you did it. The meeting's over, you finished on time, people are feeling good. But you're not done yet.
Honestly, the most dangerous moment for a great meeting is the 5 minutes after it ends. That's when all that great energy and all those clear decisions can just vanish like a ghost.
This is what accountability actually looks like. It's not complicated. It's a simple, clear tracker. What's the task? Who owns it? When is it due? This isn't just boring paperwork. This is the engine that turns conversation into action. Without this, your meeting was just a very expensive chat session.
So it all comes together in this simple playbook. The minute taker sends out the summary right away. All those action items get plugged into your team's project management tool, like Asana or Trello or whatever you use. And then, and this is a big one, you ask for feedback. A quick, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how useful was that meeting? Can tell you everything you need to know about whether you're actually getting better.
Okay, you've got the tools now. You get the framework. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge. It's time to stop complaining about meetings and actually do something. Something a little radical.
Just let that sink in for a second. Bill Gates reportedly runs meetings that are 6 minutes long. 6! Can you even imagine? He gets in, gets the decision, and gets out. Look, you can't build a 10x company if your calendar is stuck in 1x mode. So here it is. Here's the challenge. Go look at your calendar for next week. Take every single 30-minute meeting and make it 15. Every hour-long meeting, make it 30. Just try it. See what happens when you create that kind of pressure to be focused.
Because that's what this is all about. It's about stopping the busyness of being in back-to-back meetings and starting to do the actual business that moves the needle. That's the difference between a team that's just spinning its wheels and a team that's building an empire. So go on, look at your calendar. What's one meeting you can run this week that's twice as good in half the time?